Hey everybody. Hey Tegan, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good. Hopefully, we're not lagging.
And looks like you're hanging there pretty good now. We got a pretty good connection. So have you had a chance to see the show that you're in? Have you seen it yet?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, you
I
did
have.
good, didn't you? You did good.
Yeah, I thought that I represented well.
Yeah, I thought you did too. And you know what I told you guys is, with that editing, it's like I know when you're doing, you're like, how is this going to look any good? This is just like I'm a mess and I'm running all over the place and I can't talk, right? But I said, no, don't worry about it. At the end, it's going to look great. And I think your segments and how you presented yourself was really fantastic. You looked good. The lighting was good for you. Your work looked good. So I'm glad you were able to see it. And people need to watch it on YouTube now. They can see you on YouTube, huh?
I know. Yeah, I've been sharing it. All my friends have been sharing it, commenting. It's been awesome. It's been really,
Awesome.
really cool.
So did you realize that you were going to be on like a major network like that
No, no, I didn't. I mean, I know you guys had said that you guys were shopping it and stuff, but I never knew it was going to be on like a huge channel like that. No.
Yeah. Yeah. And on
Out of the blue.
Saturday at a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it's also on the airports. So when people
Oh,
are walking
really?
around in the airports, yeah.
Just getting random followers from the airport.
Yeah, probably. So, okay, well, that's cool. And then the book's coming out too. And
Yeah.
digital only now. It just came out this week. We launched it digitally because at
Okay.
this time we're not allowed to give the actual physical books to the salons because of the handling of the books and surfaces. But
Yeah,
that'll come soon. So have you had a chance to check out your section in there?
No, I literally I think I just got an email either last night or this morning confirming the book. So I'm gonna have to check it out, and I'm super excited to see it and eventually get a physical copy.
Good. And then definitely from there, we definitely put all your Instagram information. They need to check your Instagram out to see that really
Okay.
amazing work you do because it's great.
Thank you.
All right, now you ready for some questions, buddy?
Yeah, get on.
All righty. So, what was your favorite part of the competition? Do you think for you? What was your favorite part?
Um, I number one was just glad to have been given the experience to showcase my work. It's always cool finding another outlet aside from Instagram to show your work and through clients in the street and things like that. So I was just stoked to be given another chance to showcase what I do. You know what I mean? So that was a really awesome, my favorite part of it, I think, for sure. And meeting the other contestants who were such cool girls and just really cool people in general. Easy to work with, super talented, just all around cool people. So that made the experience a lot easier for sure.
And it was fun. I think it was fun. I know you guys were under a lot of stress because you're like, oh, what's going on? I got only this much time. And you were ambitious. What you did was one of probably the most ambitious looks that anyone went after in the whole competition. And you pulled it off. So, it's just getting that on camera. That's the hard part, isn't it?
No, and that's another thing that I had to learn for sure, because I mean, watching it the first time I was like, I did such a crazy transformation, but then it's like the devil's in the details, you know what I mean? And sometimes you have to pay attention to that, and that's what it really comes down to in the end. So
yeah, I mean, you could build up a lot of points. You had that
yeah,
staining, which they marked you off for because they're going to catch it.
yeah,
I know, because when you go there, it's tough, and
yeah.
then lost some points there, and then translating like what we see to the camera with the
Right.
model that you had and the limited time you probably had prepped with her. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, like I said, I mean, watching it back again, I understand the judge's point of view, because it does matter what translates to camera.
Yep.
So I mean, I guess next time going in, I would go on Model Mayhem and find a modelly model or something. I don't know, but yeah. As far as the hair translating, I mean, it helped me a lot too, as far as like making sure like I just make sure every curl is in place and really take the time and put in the work, as much work as I put into the color, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, and then a model too, if you haven't shot with them before and they come in and they're not comfortable, because it's only 10 minutes. That's the thing I don't think people realize. You got them up there, they're ready to go, but you get 100 pictures out in 10 minutes. But
right.
you're looking for that one or two amazing ones that really convey what it looks like in person. Because especially with those rainbow type colors or the fantasy colors, when the light hits it, it comes alive. But when you just remember that, remember you're like, oh
Yeah,
shoot, when you look at the picture, it's a lot different than when you see it underneath the light.
right.
So what would you have done differently there as far as, how you shot it and all? What do you think?
Well, I think that I could have probably, like the judges have mentioned, hit it with a little bit of shine spray, just to amp it up a little bit so that the colors popped a little more under the camera light. I think would have been a great idea. Maybe angling her a little more towards the camera, possibly, or there's probably a number of things that I could have done. But yeah, those 10 minutes, they do get to you.
Yeah, they do get to you. Absolutely. What do you think that you would want as far as the stress factor? What would you have wanted to have different in that show? Like, would you wanted more time? Would you want a different model? Would you wanted to do a different look? Looking at it now, what would you have done differently?
I mean, to be honest, like, what would I have done differently? I don't think I would have changed anything that I would have initially done, except the shine spray. You know what I mean? Just because, I mean, I do agree with what I did. I think that I represented myself 100%. And with the styling, like I said, with the whole judges' comments, I can take that into consideration. But as far as changing anything, I think that I presented myself as well as I could.
I think so too. Now that because you're in the original crew of doing this. I mean,
Yeah.
now people can watch this on TV and they know what they're in for. What kind of advice would you give to people? You went in kind of blind. You said, I know kind of what you're trying to do, Patrick, here, but I've never seen this show. What would you tell people for the next season? What's your word of advice to them?
God, I feel like this is like a question from RuPaul's Drag Race, but it's like, it's like you really, you can watch something or not, and it's still when you personally are going through it, it's going to be your own personal experience. So I mean, I just recommend going into with an open mind. Don't have any crazy expectations, meaning like just take it for what it is and you'll go far. You know what I mean? That's when you are the most calm, the most not in your head, excuse me. And you just perform to your best of your ability when you're just, go into it with an open mind. That's the best advice I could give to anybody for anything, really.
What about theme and model selection? That's a big one for people.
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, for theme, for me personally, I mean, that's a broad spectrum, but I mean, it's, I guess selecting your model based on theme is very important because, I mean, for me, mine's, obviously rainbow, mermaid, unicorn, whatever you want to call it, fantasy. So, I mean, getting a model who obviously is probably either easy to lighten or pre-lightened or blonde beforehand, I mean, is a really good thing to pay attention to. I mean, luckily I was able to lighten my model's hair beforehand and stuff, but yeah, pay attention to all of that is going to really help you in the end for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So overall, what would you say your experience was? How would you rate it, and what was your overall experience with this challenge that may have even made you change a little bit? I don't know.
Yeah,
People said.
I mean, I would rate it a 10 out of 10 just for my personal experience because, like I said, I mean, I've never done a TV show before. I've never done any kind of showcasing like this before. So to be given that experience and that chance was freaking awesome. And everybody at the Enjoy team is so cool, and they made me feel so welcome. So I mean, I'd rate the experience a 10 out of 10, like to this day. You know what I mean? Like, in the moment it was stressful, but it was a rewarding experience. You know what I mean?
What did you get out of it? I mean, a lot of people say they changed in a lot of ways because they look at being a hairdresser differently after this. Has it changed you in any way?
Yeah, I would say so. Because at first I was like, I'm gonna win this thing. Like, I deserve to win. Like, I did that, but then I had to back up, watch it another time, and really understand like the points that the judges were making, because it's only there to better you as a stylist. And an opinion's an opinion, but when it is a right opinion, you have to honestly take it in. So I had to really take a step back and just be like, look, like, take what each person is saying as a growing point for you. So that really, really helped me. And
That's
I'm
awesome, man.
grateful to help for that. So
That's
grateful.
awesome. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Hairdresser Power. To empower us to be more creative
And the
learn
challenge.
and right showcase what we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You did a great job, buddy. I really am very thankful. You came off fantastically. Your work was beautiful, and you're a fantastic contestant. I really appreciate you being on the show. So thanks so much.
Thank you for having me. Really, I would do it a million more times.
Oh, wonderful. That's good to know. You never know. Hey, so
All stars.
All stars. You never know. Yeah, or second chancers or whatever. You never know, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much, buddy. I really appreciate it. And you take care out there. Sounds like you got it all under control. You're opening up soon. Still stay safe, as you know, out there. And everybody can check you out on hdpchallenge.com, right? See what's going on. Right on. And when you get a chance, check out the book. Let us know what you think.
Yes, I'm so excited to see it. I can't wait.
Okay. It's out there, man. Grab it today. All right, buddy. Cool. Thanks so much, and we'll see you soon. And thanks for everything.
All right. No problem.
All right.